Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray. Today I am here for a Wipnchat, which stands for Work in Progress and Chat. And look how far we are on this amazing painting. This is the Bayou Lady, which is Princess Tiana. It was illustrated by Manny Manzano and it is made by Diamond Art Club. However, it is no longer in rotation. It is not available any longer. This painting has been such a joy to work on. I started it on December the 1st, and I am going to have this finished very soon. I'm going to show you how much I have left. So we are on the frog, and all we have left is this. Can I roll it up more? That's it. Oop. And I'm watching YouTube in the background, so I apologize. So that is all I have left to do. So little. So we are gonna dig into this. I don't have a lot of time to catch up with you today, and it's probably a good thing that I don't have a lot of time because, to be honest, I don't have too much to check in with you all on. Just a couple of things. I mean, please laugh at me, okay? Have you ever had one of those weeks? I'm having one of those weeks where I keep just laughing at myself because it's like my brain and my body just want to like do the opposite of each other. And it is so annoying. I'm going to turn on the light for us. There we go. So, my friends and I started a walking club. I'm going to be honest with you. We are not, we're not the fittest people, okay? We would much rather be going out on a Saturday night and having a good time. But we have changed our girls group, which we have like, you know, one of those messenger groups. We've changed it from who's going to the pub to who's going out for a walk. And I'm not sure if it's working. So, we did actually go on our first walk and we were successful. By the way, look at this brand new tray. If you haven't seen the unboxing video, I just posted it last week. No, Monday. Jeez, this week is already flying. I posted on Monday. Go have a watch. This is 3D Art RL, based in France. It has a stopper and everything. And I'm using Randa's putty and an Enabler's Outpost pen. Amazing. I love the putty. I love the putty. And if you're wondering about these are Elizabeth Ward containers that I use for diamonds. I always use them. It's either them, or if I want to change them out for whatever reason, or if I don't have any available, then it's got to be Harbor Freight. Love Harbor Freight. I wish you could get them outside of America. But anyway, I digress. So, walking club. We started on Monday, starting off strong on a Monday. Originally, and I am going to throw my friend under the bus, but I'm not going to name names, okay? Because that would be embarrassing. But we all have this one friend. So it wasn't me this time. We were talking on Sunday and we were like, okay, Monday, tomorrow, we are all going to go for a walk. We're going to meet here and we're going to go for an hour-long walk and it's going to be great. Good for our physical health. Let's do it. We're like, yeah, we're all, you know, getting older and we need to start like thinking about our heart health and all this kind of stuff. So yes, I'm in. Let's do it. Tell me why at 5 o'clock I get a message from my one friend who's kind of leading the group. I know that we said we were going to meet at 6, but I need to take a nap. literally, I was like, hang on, hang on, hang on. You need a nap. What did you do today? You didn't work today. Oh, I need to clear my head before we go. You know, I'm not feeling it. And maybe if I take a nap, it'll help. I was like, oh, girl. So we decide, okay, we're meeting at 6:30. We meet at 6:30 at her house. And first thing is like the four of us were together, right? And the three of us, other than my friend, were trying to convince her to leave the house. We're like, no, 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 no. This is good for you. You could do this. It's not going to be that hard. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. Oh my gosh. I think she was going to kill us by the end of the walk. What we did was we went down the town. The Carsveen is really long town. It's just one street basically, but it's very, very long. So we went from her place all the way out to the school. And we said we would just turn around and come back from the school, right? Except one of my other friends who was with us, it was me, James, and my two girlfriends. My other girlfriend was like, well, we've gotten this far. Why don't we just like loop around, go up the mountain a bit, and take that back road back down into town? And my other friend was having none of it. She was like, absolutely not. We're not going up a hill. What are you talking about? And she was like, no, 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 no. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. Halfway up this hill, it was not that steep, but it did have me huffing and puffing by the end of it, to be honest. But halfway up, she's like, are we there yet? Are we like, when does this end? And my friend goes, oh yeah, it's just around the bend and then like through some brambles. We just have to climb over the brambles. It'll be fine. She lost it. She was like, I am going to kill you. Anyway, there was no brambles. There were no real obstacles, but the bends kept happening for a little while where, you know, she was like, seriously, how many bends are you talking about? I thought we said one bend and it's been like 3 bends. What are you on about? But yeah, super fun. Walking club. It's the new me. But we did that, and I have been walking quite often lately, on my own, well, with Luna, of course. Like today we went into town to meet one of my friends, another girlfriend of mine, at the park. And we had a coffee. We brought a coffee to another friend who was working outside. And we were like, yeah, let's just hang out and, just kind of not waste the day away, but like just spend time with each other, because we often don't see each other unless we're in a pub. And we decided that we would make a conscientious effort, since we don't have kids. A lot of, like 4 of the 6 girls in the group don't have kids. We need somewhere else to hang out and spend time together. So, coffee dates in the middle of the day is great for a lot of us. Especially for those who do have to work, because they can just take their lunch break or whatever and meet us. But anyway, it was very successful. And today has been, I don't know about y'all, the weather here today has been overcast all day, but the past few days it's been very sunny and lovely and warm. Today was a bit windy and overcast, so it was a little chilly, which made for really good walking weather. Then I ran a couple errands with her, and I really needed to get like food for dinner and stuff. James has a little bit of a like problem with his wisdom teeth, and they're pushing in, but the dentist said that it would be too risky to take them out. I don't know. I think he's fed up with it though. and maybe he will opt in to try to get it done, but I think he is a bit paranoid about it. I mean, I would be too. If they told me that I could be like not paralyzed, but like numb, the bottom of his jaw could go numb. That's kind of scary because of the positioning of the wisdom tooth or something. I'm not a dentist. I don't know, but he has been putting it off, and it's, you know, on and off. He gets this tooth pain, and it's tooth pain and like migraines and stuff. That's the worst pain. I mean, I would rather break my leg than have tooth pain. I'm serious, because it sucks. So right now I'm having to think about, you know, I'm going to leave that off because we don't really need it. I have been thinking, you know, what am I going to make for dinner? I don't know. And I looked through the cabinets, and there's this dish, and I think it's called shakshuka or moussaka. It's basically like, imagine making a really chunky pasta sauce, and then once it's cooked and flavored, you drop in eggs, you know, crack in a couple eggs around there, and then you eat it with bread, right? So I was thinking he could have that without the bread, and he was like, no, I don't want anything solid. So I got some tomato and basil soup. Don't tell him that I didn't make it myself. I'm gonna try to keep the container away from him. No, he's fine with it. It's just, I don't feel like cooking tonight because I've got to meet up with my Zoom tier people from Patreon. Every month in that tier, we do a Zoom crafting circle. So it's really fun, and I'm really looking forward to it, but it's like at 8 o'clock my time, and he won't be home until late tonight. It'll probably be 7 before he gets home anyway. So the soup is a great option because it means I can heat it up, I can have it myself, and then I can leave the rest of it on the stove, and he can just eat whenever he wants to. But in fairness, like, I really wish I could have made something else. But you know what? It's like the weather is kind of cooperating for tomato and basil soup, so it's fine. It's whatever. Lately I have been trying to cook more. I'm not very confident in my cooking skills, okay? I'm really good at baking. I am good at baking. I like baking. Anytime I bake, I enjoy the process of it, and I get it, right? And it's been a few years since I did anything like professional. I used to do birthday cakes and stuff for people. That was a long time ago, but so I don't really bake anymore, and I've been trying to like level up in cooking skills, right? Because I don't want to be that person who just refuses to learn how to cook. Because, you know, when I was growing up, my grandmother cooked, but not like, there was a little bit of, you know, zhuzh missing. I'm not gonna lie. Once I got to high school, I was just kind of like not interested. And I think that maybe other parents, if you're a parent and you have adult children now, maybe you can help me understand. But I think that once the child is in high school, well, for one, if you have a very busy child, then, you know, maybe you're not cooking. Fair. But I just remember she stopped cooking. And I didn't really take to the lessons because I didn't like the stuff that she cooked. Like, I'm talking like liver and onions, and, you know, we would have things like, we'd have mac and cheese nights, we'd have meatloaf. I grew very sour at the thought of meatloaf. Not a meatloaf person. I don't know. But anyway, I just developed a dislike of cooking because home cooked stuff tasted bad for me. And over the years, like I've dated people, whatever, and like some people know how to cook, some people don't. James comes from a family who knows how to cook. And like they literally, his mother and his brother both, well, his brother is a professional chef, but his mother started the restaurant, and she was very, very, very skilled at cooking. I don't think she ever went to culinary school, but very skilled at cooking. So it took me a while once I came here and met James, and well, I met him before I came here, but anyway, by the time, like, it's been, gosh, when did we meet? Like 2012? 2011 technically, but yeah. So it's been 11 years, and he cooks better than me. So I always just let him cook. And now I feel like I should just at least try. I should try. It's something that I could learn, but I had like this mental block on it for so long that it just, you know what I mean? So anyway, okay, long story long. I have been trying my hand at making food without recipes. That's really hard for me. I've always followed a recipe because it seems like cooking is like alchemy. You know, baking is definitely alchemy. If you don't have the right amount of a certain ingredient, it won't work. But cooking is like magic. So, not like alchemy. If you have, like, you open up the pantry, you open up the fridge, and you're like, okay, I have literally nothing. I have a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of this and a bit of that. You can still make something really, really tasty. It's just that you need to have the right spices, right? So a couple weeks ago, I went into my spice cabinet first and checked everything because a lot of it had gone off. And I mean, like, it wouldn't have tasted like anything if I had put it into food. You know what I mean? It had lost its aroma and everything. So I started over. I got new spices and decided, okay, this is what I'm going to do with my summer. I'm going to learn how to cook. So last night, and another thing that I'm trying to force myself into is if I don't get it in one go, I'm not going back to the store to get a missing ingredient, right? I need to make sure that I have all the ingredients before I go out. I need to train myself into this because I think both of us have gotten into habit of forgetting that, you know, oh, I've forgotten one thing. I need to go back into the store. It's like that is such a waste of petrol. So last night I'm there and I had turkey bits. I had leeks from the garden, garlic, onion from the, no, I didn't put the onion in because I had the leeks, and mushrooms. That was the other thing. And I was like, I'm going to make a leek and mushroom pasta with a creamy sauce. And James got me the cream and the turkey. What did I forget? Pasta. So I'm in my cupboard and I'm looking around in the pantry, and the only thing that I have that resembles pasta are two things. One, a bag of risotto. And I was like, no, risotto is different. Like, I don't want to use it for this. Like, I know that, you know, mushroom risotto is like one of my favorite things ever. But in order to make risotto that tastes really good, you need white wine. Like, that's just a fact. So I was like, I can't do the risotto. The other thing was a bag of pasta shapes that was given to me as kind of it was a present, but it also felt like a gag gift from Heike, Stone Cold Coffee Crafts here on YouTube. When I went to visit her was it last year? Year before last? Last year. I went to Germany to visit with her over Easter, and she gave me this little bag of pasta shaped like pretzels. Because I love pretzels. So she gave me pretzel pasta. That's all I had. And so I refused to go to the store, and I decided to make very special pretzel pasta. And you know what? It wasn't half bad. But for whatever reason, the pasta really, really took the flavor out. Like, I feel like, because I tasted that thing before I put the pasta in, and it was super flavorful and kind of on the salty side, but like in a good way. And you could taste the depth of like the mushrooms and everything. As soon as I mixed in the pasta, it felt like all of that went away for some reason. I don't know how that works. Is that a thing? Does that happen? Does pasta dull things? I don't know. Maybe it was just my taste buds. I'm not sure. But that is what we had for dinner last night. And how did I get into that very long rabbit hole? Anyway, yeah, so what else have I been up to? I have been diamond painting a lot, and yesterday I did the stream on Twitch where I showed off my yarn haul, and I filmed it for FlossTube. If you haven't seen it, I just posted that video yesterday. So I'm going to make sure that I put a link to that video in the description box, and it'll be somewhere in the iCards. I'll tag it, but I'm not going to watch this video back to see exactly what timestamp it is, but it'll be recommended, okay? I enjoyed making that video very much. It was so nice to go back and see all the yarn that I collected over the past like 3-4 years. It's actually been 4 years. I said 3 years, but it's been 4. But I did look through what I had, and I realized that some of the things that I have in my stash, I'm not in love with anymore. So I'm actually sitting next to a gigantic pile of yarn, which I will be putting on my website. And I will have that up as soon as I possibly can. Go check it out. It's rachelraycraft.com. That's my website. You can have a look, and I'll have other stuff there destashing as well. But if it's not up there at the time of this video, I do apologize. It's just life is busy. But I will have it up as soon as I possibly can. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right? So I have been going through, and I did that yesterday. I just got a burst of energy in the morning. I was like, let's do it. Let's get it over with. I want to make this video. I've been thinking about it for so long, and if I don't do it now, I'm afraid I'm going to lose the momentum to do it. And that's kind of been how I've been feeling lately about making videos, is that I have to have a momentum to do it. Otherwise, like time has passed, too much time has passed, and now I can't do it. I don't know what that's called, but I'm trying really hard to get out of that, because I know that you all want to see all the things, and you want me to make videos and share all the things, and I really am trying. It's just that, yeah, I'm still kind of trying to dig through certain aspects of my life that are not as easy to share as I thought they would be right now. But it's been such a whirlwind lately. I think we've all been kind of going through it, if you know what I mean. And now that, you know, my mother-in-law passed away, my grandparents are gone, I get distracted, and I've been making a real effort to try to keep in contact with my loved ones, and I've had some of my family come out of nowhere just all of a sudden and message me. I haven't heard from them in decades, literal decades, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I thought, because I was a child, that maybe, you know, we just disconnected and that was it. So that's really nice, and I love that for me. I'm excited to be talking to people, especially people that I have lost touch with. I'm very bad at keeping in touch with people, but I feel like I feel like it's part of my personality. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really, really sorry, but I am a very private person, and I'm quiet, and I don't usually make contact. I stay in my little bubble and I stay quiet, and that's just the way I've always been. I really am not meaning to be rude. So if you felt like I was, you know, blah, you know what I mean? That's just the way it is, period. And I've tried to change that aspect of my personality, and I can't. I've tried. I used to get in trouble for it when I was younger, you know, because outgoing personalities are, well, everybody loves someone who's outgoing, right? I was the kid in the corner with the book, and that's still me. It might not be a book anymore. It might just be some knitting or some cross stitch. I promise you I'm having a good time. If I'm in the same room as you and I'm doing something else, I'm still having a good time with you. It's just that I find it really hard to be on. I call it being on, but what it is I've learned a lot in the last couple of years, and something that I learned is that I do a thing called masking. And you might be like, oh, what the heck is that? That doesn't make any sense. When I'm around people, especially like people who aren't in my inner circle, people who don't know me so well that, you know, they don't, how do I put this? Somebody, I actually watched someone talk about this recently, and they said it so well. You have your public persona, your private persona, and then there's like a secret persona. The secret one is the one that only you know about, right? Only you and like whatever. But it's secret. Like you don't tell anybody. It's your private life. Your private persona is a little bit more than that. It's you know, you and the people you live with, or your best friends, your best of best friends who know the intimate details of your life because you share that with them. But they don't know your secret life, you know what I mean? And then you have your public persona, and that is the person that you are to everybody. Well, a few years ago, I stopped pretending to be someone I'm not in public. And it really confuses a lot of people. I prefer to live authentically now. I feel like before I was so uncomfortable around members of the public, around people, like even just family members. I would just feel uncomfortable because I felt like I had to continue engaging with them with the same amount of energy and how do I put it? Like I was mirroring people. The amount of energy that they brought into a conversation, I needed to bring into a conversation. If they were kinds of people who would sit down and talk for hours. Well, I would make sure that I sat down and talked with them for hours, and I'd, make eye contact, and I wouldn't get distracted and all that kind of stuff. Well, I realized it was in 2020, really, that this all kind of came crashing down, partly because my grandfather started the process of passing away, and I spent so much time in the U.S. in my family home where I realized that I just couldn't keep up with, masking, pretending to be someone that I'm not, just to make things easier for other people. That's how I felt. That's how I looked at it. And so I decided that I would stop doing that. And I would just do what I did when I was alone or at home here, which is sit around and cross stitch or sit around and crochet or knit or, watch, have my YouTube on and be listening in my headphones or whatever. Even diamond painting. I took my diamond painting as well. And I just was me. I'm going to be completely honest and open with you all. I, before that time, had never, ever been myself in public. And I didn't even realize what I was doing. I didn't have a word for it. The only thing I knew that I was doing was that I was trying really, really hard to people please. That's how my brain was had words to describe this. I was trying to make other people happy by being who they wanted me to be. And that doesn't make any sense to anybody unless you've done it yourself. I know how silly that sounds. But even since I was a teenager, I remember this very clearly. And when I was a child even, I have a lot of trouble reaching back into my memories for childhood, Rachel. But even as a kid, I remember specifically acting a certain way around certain people to make them feel better about being around me, as if no one would be able to take and tolerate the person who I am on my own, which is, it's really stupid. So if you're doing that to yourself, this is just a sign, honey. Don't do it anymore. It's exhausting. Just be you. Be your authentic self. When I started this YouTube channel, I was authentically me, because it's just you and me, but you are my camera, and then you watch this back. I still try not to have anxiety attacks about how many people watch these videos and know so much about me. But these are all things that are very safe to share with you. But I just want you to know, it's okay to just be you around people. You don't have to pretend to be somebody else. And if you have never had to think about that, overanalyzing everything you say and do to make sure that the people in the room around you are comfortable, congratulations. I wish that I can remember a time where I felt like that. Do you know what I mean? So lately I have let go of the feeling like, I can't be who I really am. I can just say what I want, do what I want, don't have to, pretend to be interested in something that I'm not. And all of this is just kind of I don't know, I feel like I'm coming out of my shell a little bit, you know what I mean? Look at the frog, it's done! Amazing. So, okay, so we're done with the section. I should probably let you go, but I thought that was important to share. Honestly, I don't have much else to report on except for the walking club. The new walking club. Hopefully tomorrow Is it tomorrow or Friday? Tomorrow and Friday. Tomorrow and Friday. I will go to walking club. We're going to do the same walk, and I am not going to have jello legs next time. Well, what I will do is the next time that you see this painting, I'm sure that this section will be done. We might even be on the last row by next week. I'm not sure, but this painting, oh my gosh, y'all. Thank you, Michelle, so much for sending this to me. I have enjoyed every second of it. Cannot wait to show you the final product, and I will be adding some enhancements to this and making some changes, and that'll be a part of the post-review process as well. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. And if you would like to, subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to also subscribe, I have the Fiber Arts channel, Rachel Ray Fiber Arts, which I'm so close. I am only a few subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. I'm not there on my watch hours yet, so I can't get monetized yet, but I'm so happy that you all are enjoying the content. I will see you all on Friday for a sneak peek. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.